The conversation of the newly created Economic Council is still on the lips of many Malaysians. And I think a lot of people realize that the existing Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, is giving out mixed reactions in terms of creating the newly formed Economic Council. So here is a clip of the Prime Minister discussing the matter.
The last time I was Prime Minister, fourth Prime Minister of Malaysia, I also set up a similar council. My cabinet gave me full cooperation and was successful in the development of the country. Still, I set up the NEAC because we always want to listen to people. And if we listen to only to ourselves, then we will not know where we will go wrong. So NEAC will enable the government and myself in particular to listen to the views of other people from their own angle. And any government that does not want to listen to outside people, wants only to depend upon the cabinet, even if the cabinet is made up of very brilliant people, that government will go wrong.
That was the conversation that was given, or the press conference that was given by Tun Dr. Mahathir regarding the creation of the Economic Action Council. And the composition of the Economic Council also is important because it does carry a lot of cabinet members as well. Here's a recap of all the members of the Economic Council. So, again, the conversation is on why the creation of this council. Yet again, this comes about as another council coming on the back of another council. And some conversations include, or speculation include the fact that the Prime Minister is unhappy with the existing lineup of the cabinet members. And this allegation or this conversation is on the back of one very prominent member. If I can just pull up this particular graphic, this is a story that we ran earlier today, and this is a story that was done by my colleague. It talks about a very prominent member of the circle or the inner circle of the Prime Minister, A. Kadir Jassin, and he argues that the creation of this Economic Council has a hidden meaning. And if I can pull up another quote coming in from him from this particular article, I think this is what he says, right? I think a lot of people realize that the Prime Minister isn't too happy and isn't too satisfied with some of the cabinet members. And of course, when we talk about what that means, does this mean that he's creating, you know, a shadow kind of people to try to craft the policies and the economic direction of the country? But what happens with the overlapping roles that, or the seemingly overlapping roles that the cabinet already has? Because if I can just recap, some of the members include the Finance Minister, the Lim Guan Eng, the Economic Affairs Minister, Azmin Ali, Works Minister, Barubian. These are existing or standing cabinet members. But of course, it's being shouldered or bolstered up by luminaries, including Tan Sri Zeti, Tan Sri Rafida, and many others. And I'm not too sure whether or not the public is entirely convinced that this particular creation of the Economic Council is going to bear some fruit, as opposed to the existing structure or infrastructure that we have right now. So it is still up in the air in terms of what we want to see coming from this Economic Council. We have ran some press conferences that was done earlier today, including that of the Home Minister, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, explaining the creation of the council. We've also ran the entire press conference of the Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir, and whether or not where these are the directions that is going to be taken by the people is up for debate. Hopefully, we can see some fruitful creation coming in from this Economic Council. That's it for this show. If you want to continue watching shows like this, just head on to astroawani.com, search for Notepad or Let's Talk with Rakuten or many of the other shows that is coming in from this particular channel. We've created a whole host of shows from us. Before I sign off, let's recap yet again for the cabinet members. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.